Congress is a mass-based party with 100-year legacy. It's like an old building, and so very difficult to maintain because of the way it is built. So, and compared to that, BJP is a newly structured villa. So they know things are more organized, in control, they know who does what, the accountabilities are better defined, there are less layers and therefore less opportunity for anyone to manipulate and or the system, to game the system. Second, the character is the Congress is a centrist approach, no cadre, 100 years legacy behind you, it has got its own plus and minus. BJP is cadre-based party, so they are more organized, they are supported usually by an ideological formation called RSS, which itself is like almost, no one knows the exact count, but my gut feel is roughly about 8 to 10% of India is part of now RSS or its different formation. So that's an additional foot soldiers they have on the ground. So all these things plus the decisiveness with which they have gone ahead. But see, end of the day, when you win, a lot of these things look stronger than what it is. With all their strength, we have to cut the chase and see how much vote share BJP got. BJP got 38% vote in 2019. BJP at its peak has got roughly about 1700 assembly constituencies under their belt. In India, we have almost 4,400 constituencies. Congress at its peak used to get almost 350, almost like an easy picking for them, 300 plus member parliaments and more than 2200 to 2500 MLAs across India. So Congress had a larger footprint, they had a major, bigger mandates than what BJP has today. But it's the phase of BJP, they are doing well, and unless Congress reincarnates itself, goes back to the drawing board and get out of this mindset that these things can be fixed with the short-term corrections, I don't think there is great hope for Congress in near term.
So why is it that so many people do vote in favor of Mr. Modi?
Because he is the leader, he is representing center-right, and he has built this political aura and cult around him, which is primarily based on four fundamental things. One is this Hindutva ideology. Second is this new narrative of neo-nationalism, the Rashtravad, India's arriving at the world stage. And the third is this direct delivery of services and benefits. So the lot of schemes that used to be schemes run by governments, departments and different names are all now being presented and repackaged. Some are newly done also as the benefit coming directly from the Prime Minister. So every scheme has been Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Swanidhi Yojana. So everything.
So Pradhan Mantri meaning Prime Minister.
Prime Minister. So everything coming not from the government, not from the department, not from any other person. It's all coming from Pradhan Mantri. And the fourth is this whole political electoral muscle which BJP has built over a period. So these four things put together, the ideology, the nationalism, the direct beneficiaries and electoral and political muscle, put this together, which Mr. Modi is the glue which binds all these four together, and that's why he is becoming so powerful. And so anyone who wants to take him on electorally has to work and better him or defeat him, and at least two or three of these legs has to move.
Do you think Congress can do that?
Yes, theoretically they can do this, provided they get their act together. If there is one party which has the space and opportunity to do this, it's Congress. But not the Congress under the present leadership, the Congress we see under present leadership, not the Congress which has organized itself the way they have done now. One has to realize that the decline of Congress is not a short-term phenomena. Congress has not won India since 1984. Last Congress won India was 1984. After that, Congress has won 3 elections. Congress has been in government for 15 years, but all those governments were either coalition government or in minority government. Congress has not been able to win post 1984. So
why?
Why? Because there has been a structural problem in the way Congress organizes itself, the way it functions as an organization, the way it reaches out to the public, the masses, the way it fights elections, the way they conduct and communicate largely. They conduct themselves and they communicate with the masses. Their engagement with public is not something which is very inspiring. And they, unfortunately, they have not been kind and they have not been nimble enough to understand, appreciate and make corrective measures, take corrective measures that is required.
What about this India coalition?
Yeah, as I said, it's too little too late. I don't see great hope in India alliance. Certainly, see, for India alliance to be successful, purely in electoral terms, you need to have the key components of India alliance do well in north and west of India. You have to understand the electoral math of India, like you have to, if you can look at east and south, starting from the state where we are sitting, the Bihar, the West Bengal, Orissa, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. It's like, it's an eastern and southern coast of India. Together it accounts for roughly about 210 seats. Out of these, BJP is less than 50. But the remaining 330 seats, that is where they get almost 80 or 90%, which is the western, northern and the western part of India. Now, who are they facing electorally in north and west? Primarily Congress in roughly about 250 odd seats. Then the second largest would be SP, which is Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh in roughly about 70 odd seats. Then RJD in this state, which is roughly about 40 seats. NCP, Congress combined in Maharashtra, which is another 48 seats. So, unless these four parties, Congress, SP, RJD and NCP, their track record since 2004 against BJP has been their strike rate is less in low single digit. So, if India alliance were to succeed, these four parties have to have at least their strike rate against BJP going in the range of 25–30%. If they get even 30% strike rate in the seats where they are contesting with BJP, that means out of these 330 odd seats, opposition bloc would get about 110 seats. The moment they get 110, from east and south there is already 150 MPs who have won against anti-BJP or they are neutral. They will come into play. But so long BJP continues to literally sweep western and northern India, so long these four key parties continues to struggle to get their strike rate better against BJP, I do not see any hope in terms of electoral outcome.